Hey everyone, welcome back to LoloCreates. Today I'm testing out the LoloCreates brush pens. These are the small ones. I purchased the 10 pack. They were $27.99, so $28 originally, but I purchased them for 50% off. After about 5 minutes of trying to remove the seal sticker, I'm swatching and testing the way the pen writes. The tip of the brush pen is pretty firm, so it's great for beginners. However, what I will say is it's a little difficult with turns when you have brush pens that are firmer. It's not impossible to do them, but it's a little bit tougher. It is a lot easier to control with a firmer tip, so that's something you might be considering. With the gray one, I went to swatch it and test it. Since I've been doing brush lettering, I haven't taken any classes or anything. I've just self-taught myself and used some YouTube videos for help. I know how to use different brush pens, and I think that helped me try to use these. Of course, it's not perfect, and I'm working on my brush lettering too, but I think that has a difference in me testing these. But the brush pens are really nice. I really like them. However, I noticed on this one that there was some fuzz on it. So what I decided to do is, if you can see, there's like fuzz or black stuff. It looks really kind of chunky on the outside of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's going to affect the way it writes, so I just did a little swatch and it's kind of faded, and I know it's not supposed to be that way. So I'm going to write on this piece of paper and try to get it off. So I'll speed this up for you right here. After scribbling, I finally figured that it was probably good, and then I just wrote out the name of it. So this one is Blossom, and I think the ink actually started flowing a lot better, and it wasn't really dirty after this. But it's kind of a bummer that it was like this. I hope none of the other ones are like that. The next one is a purple color. Okay, now that I'm writing with a different one, I can tell that the Blossom one was a little bit drier than the rest of them. It's kind of like something you have to see the difference with. The next one, again, had the black stuff on it, so here I am trying to scribble it out. I think this is very strange that they would do this, and I know someone else didn't put it on it because there were seals on the package, so it had to be a manufacturing thing. I don't know if that happens with all their products, but it happened with me, so I don't know what's wrong with this. And I got it for 50% off, but I didn't get it for 50% off with from like the company. I got it when Aaron Brothers was actually closing. So here you see I'm swatching the color, and now I'm writing out the word, and it worked perfectly. So I don't know if it's gonna dry out faster than the others, but we'll see. Time will tell. Okay, the next one is actually a yellow brush pen, and I have never had a yellow brush pen like this yellow. I had some that were kind of gold colors, but I've never had one this yellow, and I actually love it. it's kind of a bright yellow, and it's also very, very juicy, if that makes sense. The rest of them are a little bit on the drier side, but not like too dry. The blossom and berry ones were the driest out of all of them, but this one's like kind of wet, but it's like a good wet. And the next one is sage. I like this green. It's kind of like a lime green almost. The sunshine and sage ones would go really well together if you wanted to make kind of like lemons or something like that. Again, this one isn't as inky as the sunshine. The next one is emerald. This is a darker green than sage, and it's kind of like a, I'd say it's a little bit blue, but more green than blue. It just has a little touch of blue, kind of like, I guess, what am I talking about? It's emerald. Okay, the next one, I'm so sorry you can't see this. It got cut off, but I'm writing ocean because the next one is ocean blue. It's a darker blue. And also I didn't show you the sky one, but you kind of get the hint. The sky one is just as juicy as the sunshine one, which is kind of cool. I like those two colors, and sky is one of my favorite colors in this set, so that's good. And all of them ghost. This is marker paper, so they all ghost, but I'm not opposed to that as long as they don't bleed through. Okay, here I am comparing it to my Fude Touch Line brush pen. So right off the bat, I can tell that the Touch Line brush pen is way more flexible. So the other one is kind of a more firm tip, which is kind of surprising because they are very similar in size, but there is that difference that I'm noticing. I'm also noticing that the Touch Line brush pen is a lot lighter in a black. It's not necessarily like gray, but it's different. You can tell that the midnight is way blacker. And here I'm comparing the tips. It's a little bit difficult to see. They look really similar, but the midnight is a little bit more firm in the tip because of the way it's built. So I kind of recommend the Touch Line brush pen if you want to be able to have a more flexible tip. I don't know which one I really like more. I'm gonna have to use the LoloCreates a lot more to see, but I'm going to test my touch pen against the emerald green because I also have a green one. And again, it's very similar. The emerald one did look a little bit better in my opinion, so I kind of like it. The Touch Line brush pen is in between the emerald and sage colors, so that's something to note. They're not exactly matches, but they are similar. And I also have a blue one, so I'm gonna test it next to sky. And these ones are surprisingly very, very similar. The sizing of the lettering comes out about the same, but sky is a little bit darker than the Touch Line brush pen, which is very similar to the rest of them. It's definitely not the same color as ocean though, so I would recommend either one at this point. They're very similar. Now I'm comparing it to my Cocoiro Zig letter pen. I am probably butchering that name really bad. I'm sorry. I don't really know how to pronounce it. I haven't seen it in very many places, but this pen is way firmer than the other two. You can see me writing Zig, and it comes out with a really small lettering, and it's hard to get the thick down strokes, but it is very easy to make sure it is thin lettering. It's just not that great for lettering. I would recommend it for Japanese calligraphy or something with symbols or something like that, if you know what I mean. I just wouldn't recommend it for that. It has the right black shade, the same as the Midnight, so it's darker, but it doesn't have the abilities of the other two in terms of writing out pretty calligraphy, so I say skip it and compare between the Touch pen and the LoloCreates brush pens. They both have a ton of colors, so you can get those. The Cocoiro ones only come in one color, so you don't need to get those. I would be wary of the color problems I had with the blossom and the berry, but maybe you'll get a package that doesn't. I don't know if it's a manufacturing defect or what, because the packages were sealed. I don't know what happened. The ghosting on the back, they're all the same. This is kind of thin paper, it's marker paper, but I don't have a problem with ghosting, I just have a problem with bleeding through. So they don't bleed through, that's great, and I like them. Here's an overview. The Zig letter is the smallest tip, the least flexible, some ghosting, one color, and it's $2 per pen. The LoloCreates is a small tip, there's medium flexibility, there's some ghosting, 10 colors, and $22 to $27 without a coupon. The Pentel Touch is the largest tip, most flexible, some ghosting, 12 colors, and $20 per pack. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Go check out my Twitter and Instagram, as well as my other videos. And I hope you turn on the post notifications so you'll never miss another video from me. Bye guys, see you next time.